Let me see if I can do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's up, everybody? It's your girl Melissa Renee with BellaMinded.com, and I'm still on the Rewind and Reminisce. We don't have anything new on the blog as of yet because we're preparing for that new year, for that 2023. We'll have some fresh new stuff, but for right now I just want to kind of reminisce, going back a little bit to an article I wrote about being you. So let's get into it. So we are here with Rewind and Reminisce on the article that I wrote 2 years ago, I believe, I'm not sure, and it was called Being You. And basically the article just was referencing how a lot of times when you hear people speak on success and being happy in life, one of the things that they mention a lot is being you, being yourself. And I just posed a question to say, what exactly is being yourself? You know, that's often said, it's often repeated that you just have to be yourself, but it's kind of like, well, what is that exactly? Because it's not like we come into life with this instruction manual on being ourselves or navigating through life. So it had me to really kind of dig deep and realize that as simple as that term is, I feel like we kind of throw it around a lot, telling people to be themselves, not understanding that a lot of us aren't being who we are or who we would truly want to be or be seen to be, because we don't really know who that is. A lot of us don't know who we are to be who you are. So just to say it so simply as to be you, I feel like that small phrase has like a lot of complexities and layers behind it. That why do people even tell us to be ourselves or just be you if there's so many complexities to it and it's not that simple? And I believe that people tell you to be yourself. Most likely those people, like I say, sit in the positions where they feel like they have had successes in life or is successful in life. And I believe they tell you that because it goes back to just being authentic and authenticity. I think people feel like being yourself would be being your authentic self, who you really are, and that's going to help you navigate and get to the points in life where you feel like you gain some success. And I feel like they think that way because you are what you attract. So what you put out is what you get back. So if you're genuinely being yourself and you're not allowing things outside of you to influence you or steer you off your path, you're going to get to that destiny just by being your authentic self. You put out real, you get back real. So that's why I think why people say it. So it seems so small and simple to say, but when you think about why people say it and the complexities of it, you know that in it is a lot of jewels. So yeah, you have to kind of like delve in deep and get to those jewels of understanding how being yourself is going to get you the results that you want or you dreamed about in your life. The simple phrase of just being you, like I said, it goes a long way. And if someone doesn't really know who they are, it's kind of hard to be that, you know? It's like you have to know who you are in order to be yourself. And a lot of us, I feel like, really don't know who we are. So we really can't be our authentic self. So that brings me to think about, like, I spoke on like survival you, versus like living you. And like me, and for my experiences, I feel like who I thought I was me in survival mode, more so than it was me in a more authentic space of just being myself and living my life and getting the best out of life that I truly can get. So I think that there is a difference, and I think once you understand when you're operating in survival mode and you're not living, and you shed or begin to shed that layer of being the survival you, I feel like those things help you to get closer and closer to your authentic self, to who you truly are at the core. That to me is like one step closer to actually finding out who you are, knowing who you are, so you can live in that and be that. And then it might be some shadow work you have to do. Like, shadow work in the sense, we all have things. Like, I don't think anyone goes through life and doesn't have, experiences to affect them, influence them in life, regardless how traumatic or severe it is. There are things that happen, and it's so funny because I feel like sometimes the simplest things that happen to us hold the biggest weight. Like, it's like the biggest burden, and it can be just a simple thing, and I feel like because it triggers other things that may have happened or transpired around you. But regardless of the fact, I feel like no one is, exempt from having the issues, traumas, whatever in your life. So those things, like I said, will influence you. It will affect the way you move and the decisions you make. It will have you operating in survival you versus operating in your authentic you. So yeah, you do have to do some shadow work, and I will say it's not called shadow work for no reason. Shadow, I feel like it's the best description for it, because I do feel like you go to some real deep, dark, heavy things about you that can get a little dark. Spoke on this during me posting the blog, because I do have the blog up, so you can go to bellaminded.com, and that will be the featured blog on there, on the home site. So go check that out. But I do discuss, as I was sharing the blog last week, about how life is just constant when it comes to like assessing yourself. So that's why it's called a journey, because I feel like you never get to a place where you're not going to discover new things about yourself, and it's never ending. It's ongoing. So it's like a journey, and the more you know, the more you gain, the better. And at the end of the day, like, that's how I feel like finding out who you are is like a self-discovery. It's a constant journey of self-discovery, figuring out this, having aha moments, understanding why you do this opposed to that, understanding why you get so upset or tense with certain situations versus other situations. Like, those things we should constantly be asking ourselves, because those things help us to assess who we are and where we are in life. And it's just getting to know yourself. That's what I think being yourself is. Ultimately, getting to know who you are. Discovering yourself at every moment. Using every opportunity as a self-lesson. That's what I think being you is. And being in that, and like I said, being unapologetic about it, and not being ashamed about it. Not feeling ashamed. So that was just some talking points that I wanted to make in regards to this blog. I go more in depth with it, so make sure you go and check it out. I have the link at the end, of course, and in the description, so you can click on that so you can read it. And I'll talk to y'all later on the flip side. Peace.